Hey everyone, Cyril here. Back to working on the truck. We have got most everything unloaded, tripping on things. We have got this cut out so that it's ready. Started getting the frame cleaned up, getting it ready to put in. So this should be pretty good. All right, I'm going to keep moving on. I got a lot to do in a short time to do it. So it's kind of where we're at. I may have to clean that edge up. Okay, I think it's Monday morning. Losing track of the days. Sorry for the late video last week. I did not realize I was off by a day. I thought it was Saturday. It was Sunday. Anyway. So here we are. We're now working on starting to get the passenger side framed up. So we're getting there slowly. If I can get these all to where I need them to be today, then I can start looking at skins tomorrow. And then it's going to really change the look of the truck in a hurry. That is going to be amazing. Anyway, that's where I'm at for the moment. So I want to give you a quick update and apologize for last week. Yeah, and then we took off and, well, we didn't take off. We got busy with the truck and left the laptop inside uploading, and then finally went to dinner last night and checked on it remotely and realized the laptop had gone to sleep and stopped uploading. So that's why you didn't get a video until late last night. But my apologies for that. I'll try to start getting caught up this week. Anyway, I am very happy with how this is coming together. So this is the passenger side at the moment. And we'll bring you back in a while to see where we're at. Welds are looking good. My top welds are looking better. I turned up the heat on them because of the 3/16. That definitely made the difference. My welds definitely look a lot better turning that up on the top part with the thicker metal. Anyway, hopefully that showed. So yeah, this piece is in. So I've got driver and passenger side frames in. I don't know how much you can see it with the sun in the background. We'll go to the other side. Should be able to see that one better. We're learning, we're trying different things, seeing what works and what doesn't, and what works better and what doesn't. So, all right, there's that. The frame is in. Boxes are out. We can do some cleanup tomorrow. And then start looking at the sheets. We have the steel off the truck. The sheets are on the ground now, ready to start working on them. We have both those in. I've been starting to build my first door. And then we've, of course, got the other sheet laying over on this side. Anyway, it's kind of where we're at for the moment. I'm hoping to have the sheet on the driver's side hung and tacked today. That's part of my goal. See if I can get to that point, but time will tell. Anyway, that's where I'm at for the moment. Okay, we got the sheet up in and fit. Looked how everything looked. I got a little bit I'm going to have to do to it, but all in all, not bad. I can live with it. Now we're starting to cut out all the pieces, get ready to put it in place and tack it in and have it actually hanging there. That'll be next. Well, this is what it's going to look like. We have an issue down here. I have some thoughts on how I can fix that, though certainly not today. But there's some things I can do to clean that up. But other than that, it's actually looking really good. There's some very minor areas to deal with. Looking really good. I am impressed. Alright, back to it. Okay, this side is fully welded. A lot of sanding and filling to do, and that'll require some welding because you got to touch up the little holes and make sure everything's clean and done and for a finished product. But for tonight, we are done. It's welded. I've got an issue here. I have some thoughts about how I want to fix that so it sweeps out. That is repairable and doable. Not something I'm going to do tonight, though. That's minor. But this, other than fixing that little corner, this is fully welded. Tomorrow we can look at the other side. And then we've got several days of grinding and touch up and filling and get it all clean and ready. And we still got a toolbox to install. So more to do tomorrow. But for tonight, that's a wrap. And we'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, it's in the shadow, might be hard to see, but here is the frame for the next side. I gotta get the inside of this cleaned up. I've got a couple of discs up at the house delivered by Amazon today, and then we can start looking at getting this on the truck. Well, this is the side that's gonna suck, and I knew it was because I didn't double check that first frame when I picked it up. And so what I've got is I've got a gap, a major gap here. It's going to affect building doors and a bunch of different stuff. I can fill over here. I'm touching over there. This has got to go up to straighten that out. So that's going to be an issue that I'm going to have to deal with. I'm not quite sure how I'm doing that yet. And then this down here I can work with. I can work around the bottom, make it work. But yeah, that's going to be an issue for me. Although that may not stop me from getting on the road. I may still be able to deal with that after we leave here. I'll just have to see how this all goes. Everything else looks really good, but that is kind of messed up. All right. That's where we're at. We're tacking things in place. It's been a long day. Got a little bit of a gap here. I can fill that. I'm not too concerned about it. That's easy. Same thing here. This is the one that's going to be an issue because that thing's not straight. So it's got a bow in it. All right. Okay, working on this side. We're getting closer. We're getting it in. Welding the top is the hard part, especially when I was laying inside these compartments. So to show you what I'm dealing with in here, hopefully you can see. Well, I'm not sure what happened with the flashlight, or with the camera, but maybe it was telling me I needed, there we go. That's not strobing now. Maybe it told me I needed a flashlight to be able to show you guys the weld line I'm doing up inside here. That was a pain in the rear. Anyway, got it. So this whole top edge is now welded. That gives me no weld lines on the outside. When they paint this, that'll just be an absolute clean line. All the welding was from the inside. And this is how you start filling all these corners. Yes, lots of little beads holding everything in place. And then start expanding it. So, and here with the gap, I'm putting a piece in the back. Don't know how well that'll show, but we can try. So, if you can see up in there, there's a piece of filler rod right here that I'm putting in. It's probably not showing in the shadow. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, so that gives me something to weld against. You can see it here coming across to back up, so I'm not just shooting wire inside the compartment. So we're going to get this top part all welded and clean and ready all the way down where it's solid. And by that time I will be plenty burned out on welding for today, or even for tomorrow. The plan is then to switch over this afternoon, go see if we can get the toolbox and get it out here to the truck and work on getting the toolbox installed. And then after the toolbox is installed, we will come back and start addressing this down here and what we have to do to be able to bring it up where it's supposed to be. That's going to be tough, but we have a thought and a plan, and we think we can do it. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Don't need the flashlight shining in our eyes. I'm going to take a break for a little bit, and then we will come back to it and bring you guys back to see it, as there's more to show. Okay, here's our new toolbox. We just undid the banding and all the packaging on it, opened it up, and this was in all the drawers. It was filled with fuzzy bunnies.
And a duck.
And a duck. That is, oh, a musical duck.
Makes music.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't hear music. But beware tiny ogre. This is
straight
awesome.
From the swamp to say you got more layers than an onion. Each one is a treasure.
Anyway, this is awesome. I had to go get a camera and film this. So, all right, back to getting it off the pallet and ready to go on the truck. So apparently I missed a drawer. So here's the other 4 that we missed. And it's a thank you to Mike. He made it the Fuzzy Bunny edition. I figured there was no way he opened this thing up and did that and put it back together because the packaging was too perfect. He did an awesome job.
It took all day.
I believe it. Got an update for you guys. We've got the cabinet drilled and done for the toolbox. We've got it over here, got all the drawers out, make it lighter. We have added blocks underneath to carry the load so that it's not just sitting on the edge flange when we bolt it in. That is all drying, and after dinner tonight we are going to look at getting it installed in the compartment and hope that all the holes fit. Oh, I'm tired. This heat has been kicking my rear. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Once that's in, we can put all the drawers in, lock everything, turn the truck around, and then we just have to finish that passenger side, and then we can get out of here and head to the HDT rally, which we were supposed to leave for this morning. So we are definitely running late. But that is not 100% unexpected after being stuck in South Dakota for an extra 2 weeks. That's all the time I was supposed to be here working on this, and we weren't here, so. All right, well, that's it for tonight. I'll give you guys an update after the toolbox is in, either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. See you in a bit. Okay, for now, the toolbox is in. And we can travel, at least this side of the truck is travelable. The other side, not so much yet. But it's Friday, so we're 1 day behind. Tomorrow we got to work on the other side of the truck, trying to get it ready. That'll take me 1 to 2 days, and then we can head to the HDT rally. Really miss, I was hoping to have that 16 to 18 days here. So I wasn't just working on the truck, but actually I had time to visit with friends. And not spend all of my time on a truck, but I guess it is what it is. Looks good in there though. I'm very happy with that. So, all right, with that, we will see you guys in the morning and we'll figure out how we're building that other side to make it work. Good morning, everyone. It's another day of working on the truck. Today is the day that I have been dreading, having to modify the structure on these front compartments to make it fit properly. And frankly, I've been trying to avoid that. Didn't work on it at all yesterday. Fang is back on the truck. Did that this morning. Rather than working on this, again, like I said, I've been dreading it, trying to avoid it. I've started, both of these are cut underneath here, and I have cut the piece out, which is probably still hot. Yes, it is. Ouch. Yeah. From here, I got to cut the next one here. And then the hard part, I got to get into this corner and cut this corner so that whole piece can come up. And then we'll jack it up. Anyway, I've started on it. I'll show you progression as we go along. This has everything cut. This corner is free. These are free, and they're actually coming up to where they need to be on their own. So this is going to end up really good. We just got to bring this corner up, and we should be in good shape. So that's our next step, is pressing that corner up into place and re-welding it. We've got a floor jack in underneath it with a 2x4, compressing it, bring it up. We now have it where we want it in this corner, and we look incredible all the way down. So now to weld it. Excuse the light pulsating in the background, but this corner is welded. It is in place. That should help. Okay. There we go. So I've got to do the backside still around here. I'll get to that. I want to let this have time to cool for a few first, and then we'll get to it. But repairs are pretty much complete. And it is where we want it, all the way down the line. This is fitting just about perfect. I'll have some welding back here to do. That's got to actually come forward a little, but that's easy enough. I like it. All right. The dreaded repairs are, the worst part of it's over. It was the cutting I was dreading. So, all right. All the initial welding, well, tacking, is done along the sides and bottom. The heat pulled this in, so we're going to have to tap this back out to get a straight line. We're going to get a string line to set that to for that. So that'll come a little later today or tomorrow. So we get rid of that wave in it and make it clean and straight. But all in all, I am very happy with how that line cleaned up. That came out perfect. In hindsight, I probably should have cut it up here and cut these here before I welded any of that. Pulled this up, tacked it all in, then come down and done this one. But what can I say? I'm new. It's my first truck. It's a whole lot better than it was. So I'm happy with it. Hopefully you guys are happy with it. Or happy with me showing you how I'm dealing with this. They say everything's fixable. I could probably fix that top too, but I'm not going to. Because that would be way more work than I want to get into. Alright, well for now, that's it. I'm going to wrap this up, get a video out for you guys so that you have something on Sunday, as I think today is Saturday. So yeah, I gotta have a video ready for you guys for tonight. Okay, so from Texas, visiting with Mikey and appreciating all his help, we are out, and we will see you guys next week.